In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing episode 5 of Hawkeye, titled Ronin. Now, this is the very big episode everyone was dying for, and everyone wanted, and they delivered. Now, basically, Kate Bishop tells her mother that Jack Duquesne has a shell corporation and tells her everything about it. So it leads to her mother, Eleanor, calling the cops and getting Jack Duquesne arrested. Now, she then goes back to her apartment where she finds Yelena waiting there for her. And it's great to see Florence Pugh as, this character, because she's really cute and badass, and it's just interesting to see. So basically, the entire confrontation or the entire scene is where Yelena tells Kate about her mission to kill Clint Barton and why she has to kill Clint Barton. It's a really interesting episode, how everything was done, and we move on to see where Barton finally puts on the Ronin suit after all these years. Now, when he puts on the suit, he actually challenges Maya to a fight, and at the auto shop where her father was killed. So basically, interesting aspect of it is that he's fighting her and the tracksuit mafia. It's a whole big action sequence, and seeing him in this Ronin mindset is very different than what he is usually when he's playing Hawkeye. And after that, he unmasks himself and tries to convince Maya to stop chasing Ronin, or it'll get her hurt and killed. And you see that soft side of Clint Barton, because he doesn't want his family to get hurt either. And while all that's happening, he reveals that he was tipped off by someone to working for Lopez's boss, and so he wanted her father dead. So it's really interesting how everything is happening, so to speak. Now, the next day, we find that Yelena messages Kate Bishop and tells her that she was hired by Eleanor, Kate's mother, to kill Clint Barton. And that she is working with Maya Lopez's boss. And the boss is who we all predicted to be, and that is Kingpin Wilson Fisk. Vincent D'Onofrio has entered the Marvel Cinematic Universe officially. So it's really interesting how this episode played out. I was shocked at how it played out. It was good to see how it happened, and it's great to see what is going. And her mother, Eleanor, I felt like from the beginning was that underlining bad guy, because Marvel always has that, but we just didn't know who it actually was until we found out. It's really fun how this episode was, and this is the 5th episode, and there's one more episode left. So something big is going to happen in the season finale. We could get Clint and Kingpin coming face to face. Kate is going to confront her mother for sure. I'm curious to see where Yelena's character goes from here and how everything happens. And does she join up with Clint and going after Kingpin? And the whole Maya Lopez Echo character is really interesting, because she's definitely getting a spin-off of her own, which was confirmed. So I'm curious to see where these characters lay from here on out, because it's going to be really interesting and fun, because this show is fantastic. Even though it's 6 episodes, it's going to be crazy to see how everything plays out, now knowing that the biggest crime boss in New York City is in the MCU. And who knows when we'll see him again. We could see him in the season finale, or we could see him later in another show or a movie for that matter. But seeing Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin was really fun. They kept the look of what Kingpin should look like. They just added some little more details to it, but it's really good to see him back, because he is Kingpin and he works really well. And I'm curious to see how Eleanor comes around in this 6th and final episode. It's going to be eye-opening for sure. So let me know in the comment section below what you thought about episode 5 of Hawkeye. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What do you think about the whole Kingpin aspect? And do you think Maya Lopez trusts Clint Barton for what he said to her? And where do you see Yelena standing? And do you think Kate Bishop is actually going to trust and believe her mother from now on? And what do you think of Vincent D'Onofrio returning as Kingpin in the MCU? Let me know in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next review video. And be sure you tune in next week for my episode 6 review and season 1 finale of Hawkeye.